All right, week 13 spring anime. Cool, wholesome, fun wrap up to the season. A lot of great mysteries and stories we had. Some of them were kind of like forgettable, but a lot of them were pretty solid. Also, a quick shout out to some of the animes I might have missed this season. One is Super Cub, a quick slice of life story about a high school girl doing her best hobby, which is to ride a motorcycle into the countryside and make some friends. Also, Let's Make a Mug too, a slice of life story about girls like doing some pottery. Also, the Saint's magic power is omnipotent, in isekai where there's like two girls isekai'd and then the second girl is kind of forgotten about. So she kind of works on like science, research, and apothecary stuff in the back. And Nomad Megalobox Season 2, which I missed on. Also, Record of Ragnarok, which isn't really a seasonal anime, but it dropped on Netflix in June. And it has really decent art. The story is pretty funny. The action's cool. But then the one bad side is that the whole animation is pretty garbage. Pretty much we got two PNGs like punching each other with like minimal frames of action. But at least we got Brunhilde's crackhead face to keep us entertained. So yeah, if any of those shows kind of interest you, check them out. But yeah, let's get into the week. Starting off with Odd Taxi, episode 13. This is the finale. What a great banger finale. The story was so good. Wrapped up everything. All the characters had their own like endings. You know, Pulp Fiction, cross Japanese business life, cross furries. That's what this anime is all about, bro. So yeah, here we start off with Odokawa's backstory. We see that yeah, it's pretty sad. He had an abusive mom. She drank a lot, she cried a lot, and then she beat up Odokawa a lot. So then yeah, after that we see that Odokawa also got bullied at school for being like kind of fat and ugly. And then his dad was also cheating on his mom and got drunk every day. But he occasionally gave Odokawa presents, so he liked his dad the most. And then his dad gave him this animal encyclopedia that Otokawa was really absorbed in. So yeah, Otokawa really liked animals. He liked going to the zoo and he liked driving. So all of those kind of like tie in together to like who he is, a taxi driver that sees people as animals. Goriki finally realizes what symptoms Otokawa has. It's called visual agnosia, caused by an executive dysfunction. So what the hell does that mean? Well, I guess it's just like you see things differently depending on like an external stimulus. We see Otokawa, he had a big accident when he was younger. His mom kind of got fed up with everything, his dad cheating on him, and then like the family just being shitty. So she did a suicide. She drove the car. Otokawa was in the car with the dad, and then Otokawa was like, "Yo, what a nice drive." But then the mom wanted to kill them all. But yeah, Otokawa survived. So damn, what a shitty mother, and you know what a rough childhood backstory. And then while Otokawa, he was also running away from the yakuza, just like driving his car while being chased by a bunch of police cars for some reason. And then he like drives this flying car off the bridge, and then it's like a cool scene where we see Otokawa's car just flying through the moonlight. And then while it was dropping, we see everyone, like all the characters that had some trauma. There were like the mystery kiss idol girls. There was the dude that wanted to get a viral. There was a Kakihana. Just like everyone was like looking at Otokawa's falling car and just like getting inspired by it. And then after that, it looked like Otokawa was about to die. But then Miho jumps into the water, freezing cold water into winter. She just like kicks open his car door, smashes the glass, rescues Otokawa, and swims back up to the surface. So if you had any doubt that this wasn't Best Girl, then please, this is the evidence you need, okay? Miho, number one girl, she does rescue Otokawa, and then while he's waking up now, we realize that his synesthesia is gone. Everyone is humans again. So I really love the character change where each of the characters they look really similar to before, but then they're actually like drawn as real people now. So Otokawa is just like this kind of like boring standard face dude. We see Goriki, he's like really bearded, so he kind of looks like a gorilla. And then we see Miho, she's like really cute anime waifu girl over here. Everything's back to normal now as Otokawa's like chilling in the hospital. We see Imai, he visits Otokawa in the hospital and gives him a part of his lottery winnings. So I think Otokawa just got 100 million yen richer. So then Otokawa gives the money to the Yakuza guy that took care of him, that big boss. He says he has one rule for his underlings, which is to never murder. So yeah, that's a big rule. But then as a wrap up to everything, everyone was kind of arrested. Dobu, the older police officer, and then Yano and his crew. So yeah, that's pretty sad. Nikaido also got arrested because I guess they pinned the murder on her. Like they recovered the body. So yeah, rest in peace to her. And then I kind of felt bad for Dobu going to jail, but then I guess he deserved it. He was a criminal, even though he was like very charismatic. And then yeah, we kind of like get the ending sequence where we see everyone as humans just like chilling, living their life, doing their thing. And then at the end, we see the black cat girl that was part of the Mystery Kiss idol group. She was the murderer. She killed the other black cat. And then the reason she did that, she wanted to like rise up the rankings. She wasn't picked to be an idol. She didn't make the cutoff, so she basically murdered her way to the top. She murdered this girl, and then he kind of went to jail. So there's only two girls left in the idol group, and then she goes into Odokawa's taxi at the end. So that's very suspect. I hope the best boy Odokawa does not die. But yeah, we end the anime there. Like very cool ending, very good story, like one of the best stories I've like seen recently. This is like definitely like high key anime of the year. Like it is gonna be hard to top this. But yeah, just like so solid. Like I hope more people watch this because like everything, the music, the storytelling, the characters, like everything was really fun. The idea was like very unique. And then just like seeing like normal mundane Japanese business life combined with just like a cool mystery storyline was just like very amazing. And we end it there. So I guess the moral of the story is don't fuck with mentally unstable taxi drivers because they will fuck you up. Okay, so for Fruits Basket, the final episodes 12 and 13, this is the finale. So yeah, everything is just like wrapping up. We see all the characters, like what they're doing at the end. All the edgy boys and girls with family issues are finally free. Akito's like finally a woman now. She falls in love with Shigure. And then we see all of them doing their own thing. Most of them have like significant others, and then the single people are also doing okay, like Kagura and Momoji. So yeah, just like very cool wrap up. We see Toru and Kyo, they kind of like make an agreement to go visit Kyo's master and live with them. And yeah, our high school story succeeds. We see Toru, our main character. She was like the kingpin running this shit, like making everyone's lives so much better, just like helping everyone. I'm really glad this anime got remade so well. It kind of had a classic tropey story, but then that's where the charm is. The moral of the story is don't be mean, because most of these issues could be solved with just like all the kids having like actually good parental figures and not like abusive like assholes. But that kind of made me want to cheer for her because it's like you know what she wants. She just wants everyone to be happy. So yeah, her motives are clear. And then yeah, the high school romance succeeds. And then at the end, we see Toru and Kyo's grandkids. So yeah, they're off doing something. We see the parents and then the grandchild who looks exactly like Toru, and she has some zodiac stuffed animals. It was a very long ride. This anime, it was like 63 episodes. There was a lot of like ups and downs, highs and lows, but overall, just like the story that was told was like very rewarding in the end. So yeah, great anime. Maybe not for everyone, but a very solid shoujo series, and pretty good entry level shoujo as well. So I highly recommend watching some Fruits Baskets. Okay, so for To Your Eternity, episode 12. This is not the finale. There's one more episode left, but I'll just kind of like treat this as the finale for now, mainly because we have finished the final arc. So yeah, over here the knockers attack. We see Fushi. He's trying to like rescue everyone. So he turns into the Oniguma spirit to like kind of like support the roof because it's crumbling down. Gugu's also there to help, and then yeah, it's Gugu and Fushi fighting. But then as Gugu helps people evacuate, Fushi gets captured. So his Oniguma spirit just gets captured. Like holy shit. So the issue with the Oniguma form is that it's very big and tough, but if it gets captured, then you just gave your enemy such a powerful spirit. But then yeah, this time it's a rock spirit, so it's like really tough. It has armor. He can't like burn it all the way compared to like the tree spirits. Gugu's getting attacked, Fushi's getting attacked. They don't really have a way to fight it. And then Rin comes in. She tries to rescue Gugu as he like almost gets hit by a rock. And then the whole building collapses. So then what happens? Gugu's supporting Rin while he's like has this big ass piece of rubble on his back. Well, no surprise, Gugu fucking dies because that's what happens in this anime. Yeah, he's supporting the collapsed building. He says, I love you to Rin. They kind of cry as she kind of kisses him through the mask. And, they realize who they were. They did love each other, but it's too late. Gugu died at the end. So then, yeah, Fushi realizes that as Gugu dies, he can transform into him. So, yeah, he does that. And now he has, like, unlimited fire alcohol powers. So he burns the bear. And then he jumps off into the water. And the bear chases after him. And then the knocker spirit kind of like explodes because of the I guess the heat and the water kind of expands. So yeah, he runs away though before Fushi can finish him off. So then it stole two of his forms. It stole the March form and the big Onikuma bear form. So yeah, those were pretty cool like power and utility forms that he's like missing. So yeah, that's pretty sad, but I guess he got like an upgrade with the Gugu form. So Yeah, he can spit fire. But yeah, overall another sad arc in this anime. They kind of showed Gugu for like a bunch of episodes. They showed Rin. They showed their relationship developing, and they just like tore that away from us. So then yeah, Rin was kind of knocked out, so she didn't really know what happened. So then she goes into the alcohol store, and then Fushi kind of got shocked. So he transforms into Gugu, and then he tells Rin, "Yeah, Fushi died, and then I'm gonna go away somewhere." So then Rin, she instantly sees through the disguise. She realizes that Fushi transformed into Gugu, but she doesn't really break the illusion, and then she kind of holds in her tears until the very end. And then yeah, they visit Gugu's grave. Everything's sad as Fushi goes to his next adventure. So then yeah, very solid anime, very good story. It kind of reminded me of like real history where like, in the first arc we had like the boy in the ice world, it looked like he was like kind of in Siberia or something. And then the Oniguma spirit kind of reminded me of like a short-faced bear. I really like the environments we had in this anime. And then the concept of just like people dying, it was pretty well done. I guess let me rank the sadness through the three stories we had. So March, I thought was like the biggest sad moment ever. She wanted to grow up, she wanted to be like, an adult, and then she never had it. And then her death was like so avoidable. Also, after that, I'll have Gugu second, just because he finally got the life that he wanted. He was big, strong, and then he was so close to getting Rin, and then he just died. And then the first story, it was sad, but then I thought like since like everyone died already, and he was kind of like the last remaining person of his village, I didn't think it was like super sad, but it was like a pretty solid beginning to the anime. And then yeah, I'm excited to see the actual finale we'll have in a few weeks, where I guess like the OP it showed a bunch of spoilers for like arcs that will happen. So we didn't really get the final arc, which was like it looked like a bunch of kids that turned into zombies. So yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to the zombie children arc. You still got to collect more dead kids to save the world. Okay, so for Shadow's House episode 13, this is the finale. What a cool, surprisingly lovely show. Really loved this show, really loved the story. And then yeah, we saved Emelico in this episode. Basically, Edward captured us and he's trying to snitch us out to the grandfather. But then we're like, nah, we got a plan, we got friends. So yeah, we kind of break out. Everyone's helping us and we run away. Edward and his two other goons are just like chasing after them. Edward's shadow power looks like he can make birds with his soot, and he can kind of like teleport around and fly around. Emelico and Kate jump off the roof. Kate has like wings she can make out of soot to fly, but she's like not making enough distance. So John kind of pushes her with the shadow explosion. And now they're saved, and then Edward's still chasing them, all salty. And then while he's yelling at them, the Star Bearer comes in, Barbie. So yeah, she was doing her job, patrolling and everything, looking for suspicious things, and she just like sees Edward threatening the dolls. So then yeah, Edward gets in big trouble. He's like about to be excommunicated from like the Shadow family. So yeah, he was trying to climb his way up to the top. Now they kind of turned that back on him, and now he's like in jeopardy of like being excommunicated. The thing is, the grandfather, he's kind of curious to see what Edward's trying to do, so he gives him one last chance. So yeah, Edward's still in the Shadow family, which is pretty bad for our main character since he's like the kind of sort of the antagonist that's gonna bother Kate while she's trying to do her plan. And then yeah, we end the anime there. Everyone's kind of happy, living their lives, trying to like figure out the next step of what to do. Wrapping up the story, like it was so well done. The horror themes and then the slice of life combination. It just kind of seamlessly fit itself into the story. All the characters were nice. Emilko was a cool main character. The mystery and the world building were super fun. So yeah, no complaints on this anime at all, really. Okay, and now for the best OPs, best waifus, and best shows this season. I have it in a tier list format just because there's like a lot of content. And yeah, this is all subjective, so no one's right or wrong here. Unless you have Hayase from To Your Eternity as best girl, because then your opinion is trash. Alright, so for the tier list, I got rank S as certified banger. And then I also have a good but generic category where if the OP is solid, but you kind of heard it over and over. So Ichira Naide Nagatoro-san. This OP should be an A, very solid. It was called Easy Love, and very fun, teasing anime, very catchy as well. To Your Eternity OP. This OP was called Pink Blood, and yeah, it's definitely a certified banger. I could bump that shit all day. All right, Juron, the Princess of Snow and Blood. This is also a certified banger. If you haven't heard of it, it's like the instrumental just like goes hard. It's like a Kendrick Lamar song right there in the beginning, and then yeah, I think it was called Exist, and it goes really hard. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so Osamake OP, the childhood friend anime. It's called Chance and Revenge. It's good but generic. What else to say? Okay, Shadow's House OP. It's called a Hollow Shadow. It's kind of spooky and mysterious, so I'd give it an A. It didn't really have lyrics, but then it kind of set the mood really well. Okay, Mars Red OP. Seimei no Aria. This is very solid, very good OP. I'd put it as an A instead of certified banger, but they had a lot of string instruments over here, so very good song. Okay, Hige Hero OP. The I picked up a high school girl anime. The song was called Omoide Shiritori. It's a good song. It's just like talks about love, but I'd put it in the good but generic category just because I kind of heard stuff like this before, but it's still very good. All right, so Shaman King OP Soul Satisfaction. This is pretty good, but I don't want to spam the A category. All right, let me create a new category. So yeah, okay, I'll put this on the Shonen out of 10 category. So yeah, because the shonen OPs are just like they're really solid, like really action packed. The quality's there, so I just put them all in the shonen category for now. All right, Odd Taxi OP. It's called Odd Taxi, and yeah, this is definitely a certified banger. Really chill vibes, like kind of like reminds me of smooth jazz with some rap there. So yeah, I really like this one. All right, My Hero Academia season 5 OP number one. Yeah, shonen out of 10. Very good OP. All the My Hero OPs are just like really solid. It's not nothing to complain about there. All right, so I killed slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level OP. Guda Fua every day. So, very comfortable, funny isekai OP. But yeah, I'd put it at a good but generic. All right, Dynazenon OP. It's called Imperfect. This was pretty solid. Like it went hard, but I thought it was kind of repetitive. So I guess I put it at a B. Unfortunately. All right, 86 OP. 3 minutes 29 seconds. This might be unpopular, but I also put this at a B, mainly because it was kind of like rock techno mix, but I thought it was like it wasn't that good for me. It didn't hit that hard. All right, Tokyo Revengers OP Cry Baby, such a good song. I want to put it as certified banger, but I guess I'll just put it as shonen out of 10, just because yeah, solid shonen OP. All right, Fruits Basket the final OP. It's called Pleasure. Really good, smooth singing. I guess I'll put it on A. So Vivi Florid Eye Song OP Sing My Pleasure. Yeah, this is a certified banger, easily. A very good song, fits the idol theme, and just like hits hard. Alright, Combatants Will Be Dispatched OP. Number 6. I really kind of fell in love with this OP for some reason. So I definitely have to put it as certified banger. It's very replayable, so I might have this on my playlist actually. And then Zombieland Saga Revenge OP. Taige yo Tomi ni Naite Kurero, or Saga Cry With Me. Yeah, definitely an A tier. It is very good OP, and then I guess like the intro is part of it, like, oh, we're girls trying to save Saga. And then again, I'm not a music expert, so if I missed anything or you disagree, let me know. Alright, and after the best waifus for the spring season. So we have the classic S to D ranks, but then we also have the best girl rank. So only one girl is destined to be best girl. We also have the must protect rank. So if there are any cute vulnerable girls that we need to like protect their smile, they deserve to be in the protect rank. And then we also have the fan service out of 10 rank. So if these characters are relegated to fan service roles, they don't really play an important part in the story. Starting off with Miho Shirakawa from Odd Taxi. She's that alpaca girl. She's cute. She knows Capiora. She can kick your ass. She's confident. And, she makes some mistakes, but she's like always there, strong. So, she belongs in S tier. I didn't really know I'd fall in love with an alpaca, but yeah, she's on one of the strongest girls this season. And now March, definitely a must protect role. She has some main character energy and some dreams, so yeah, we definitely must protect her. All right, and also from To Your Eternity, we got Perona. She's strong, badass, like cool fighting girl. She has like a whole tragic backstory. So I mean, I guess she belongs in S tier. And speaking of kick-ass girls, we got Vivi next. So yeah, I'll put her in S tier again. Easy, kind of one of the strongest main characters we had this season. She had like that cool idol personality, but she's also like this Violet Evergarden, monotonous killing action android Terminator machine. So yeah, she's doing a lot this season. She's trying to discover what it means to sing with all your heart. So yeah, strong, easy S tier for our action idol character. All right, and then we have Vladilena Milese from 86. So yeah, she's cute, strong, like a good leader, but she's also like young and inexperienced. So she's trying to like learn how to navigate throughout the world, trying to like solve all these feudal things. So I'll put her as A tier just because she's like learning and struggling with all her emotions. All right, and now Emilico from Shadow's House. Definitely S tier. Like she's cute, she's strong, she wants to do the right thing. Like great up protagonist energy. She's basically a good leader that's like, trying to do her best to drive things forward. So yeah, there you go, S tier for her. All right, and now Hinata Tachibana from Tokyo Revengers. I'll put her as S tier just because she's so badass. We're trying to save her, but I loved her kind of presence in this anime. She was like, the rock for Takamichi. So yeah, I'll leave her as S tier. She's like really cool. All right, and Azusa from I Killed Slimes for 300 Years and maxed out my level. Well, she's level 99, so theoretically she should be S tier. But yeah, she's kind of standard isekai character, so I'll put her in A tier. She has a lot of comedy, and then she's kind of like the main character that's like evolving the story, building her own family. So yeah, she's doing her own thing. Easy A tier for her. All right, and now Honda Toru from Fruits Basket. Yeah, she's an easy S tier. I think mainly because this whole kind of conclusion to Fruits Basket, she was the catalyst to everything. So definitely like a cool main character in her own way. She has her own powers, just like being nice and good and kind. All right, and now Nagatoro from Ijiranai de Nagatoro-san. So I'll put her as A tier. She's like the main character. She's driving things forward. She's teasing her crush, the senpai. So who doesn't want like a tan high school girl teasing you all the time? All right, and now for the president of Ijiranai de Nagatoro-san. So she's like part of the art club. She's definitely in the fan service category, but I thought her introduction was pretty funny, so she deserves a spot in the list in general. All right, and now Sakura from Zombieland Saga Revenge. I'll put her as B tier. She was like a cool kind of main character. She kind of like was the leader of the idol group. She's like a good girl trying to like unite everyone, make everyone feel better. But then she didn't really stand out for me, so I'll leave her as B tier. All right, and now Sawa Yukimura from Juron, The Princess of Snow and Blood. I'll also put her as a B tier. So she's a badass assassin, but she doesn't really have much going on for her despite that. And then she's like looking for revenge. I'll just leave her as a B tier, but she's really cool. All right, and Snow from Combatants Will Be Dispatched. So I think she should be in the fan service out of 10 tier, but the fact that she's kind of like cute, she's basically the otherworld Aqua, and she does play an important role in plot development. I'll leave her as A tier, and then I guess A fits in with her being alternate Aqua. So yeah, there you go, A tier for Snow. All right, and now for Alice for Combatants Will Be Dispatched. We got the Shotgun Lolly. She's definitely a cute and strong character, but I'll put her in the must protect category just because she's pretty cute. All right, and now we got Anna from Shaman King. So I like to redesign in the anime. She's kind of like a cool shaman character, and she's Yo's fiance, even though they're both like 13 years old. So I thought that was funny. I'll give her a B tier since she doesn't really play like a huge role in the anime, but I like her as a member of the cast. She's like pretty nice. All right, and now for Yume Minami from Dynazenon. I'll leave her as a C. She's kind of edgy, like she's like kind of like a normal character, and she's like a little quiet, a little bit antisocial, but also she's like going through some personal struggles. So I mean, I'll leave her as a C tier. She's not that interesting. All right, and now for Mujina, the kaiju eugenicist from Dynazenon. I'll leave her as a fan service tier. She was like a cool character. I liked her design, but she didn't really play a huge role. All right, and now for Kuro from Osamake. I'll leave her as a C tier again. Classic kind of romance anime main character. She didn't really make a huge impact, but I guess I thought like one person from the anime deserves to be on this list, so C tier for her. All right, and now Sayu from Hige Hero. I'll leave her as a D tier, not because of cup size, but because she didn't really have any development at all. There wasn't really any emotional impact or compassion I had with her. So yeah, D tier for her. All right, and now for Gotosan from Hige Hero as well. So, cool business lady, but I'll put her into fan service tier just because she didn't really play an important role in the anime. But, those H cups, you can't really compete against those. All right, and now we got Ayo Shirase from Mars Red. So she's kind of like the news reporter for the anime, and she's kind of like a good comedy relief, but also serious type. But then she follows kind of a storyline with one of the vampires, so I thought she was like pretty interesting here, so I'll give her an A tier. All right, and now last but not least, we have Mirko from My Hero Academia. I was kind of surprised we only saw her for like 30 seconds, but yeah, we have her in the fan service tier. I really wish we saw more of her because I really liked her character design and she's like pretty badass. So yeah, that's it for the waifu list, but we need a best girl. So I'm kind of hung up because it's definitely Miho Shirakawa for me, the alpaca girl. But like Vivi, you can't really sleep on her as well. Like she carried the whole anime. She was the main character, the main fighter. So like I think it's a tie between both of them. So for me, it's Miho, but like the real answer would also be it's Vivi. So yeah, Miho and Vivi take the best girl title for spring 2021. All right, and now for the best shows this season. I might have missed a few shows, but yeah, I guess let's start off from the top. So Odd Taxi, easy S tier, such a good show, good story. You know how I feel about it. It's definitely anime of the year material. All right, To Your Eternity, also easy S tier, just like such a good emotional story, Nothing really can compare to it. The concept was good, the story was like well executed. All right, and Vivi Florid Eyes song, easy S tier again. This was such a good original anime. Vivi's character design and struggle and personality was amazing. Very cool AI story, good action and music. And then it looked very pretty as well, the art style. All right, Shadow's House, definitely A tier, very good story, so no complaints here. I really like the mystery and then the mix of slice of life and spookiness. All right, Fruits Basket, A tier, very good wrap up to the season, and like everything converged, it was very well done. Tokyo Revengers, also A tier. Action was good, gang violence, I'm all for it. Seeing like kind of a new type of shonen story, but then it also kind of like suffered through some tropes and then like stuff wasn't explained, so there's some flaws in it, but very good kind of comedy action shonen. All right, I killed slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. So I put this at an A tier. It's a good anime. I really love the story and then like the unique type of world building where they kind of made meta jokes and then the entire world was modernized even though it's like an isekai world. So yeah, solid characters, comedy, and comfy story we had for Slime 300. So Ijiran de Nagatoro-san. So definitely A tier. Just like it was really good for what it was. It's like a really popular teasing manga, and then they executed everything: the facial expressions, the teasing, the voice acting. It was a very solid show. All right, so Zombieland Saga Revenge. I didn't really finish it, but it was good. Like the story we had was good. But I'll leave it as B tier just because I was never like super interested in completing it. All right, Shaman King. I was also really excited on this anime, and it was pretty good. Like good remake. Yeah, it's kind of like a new revitalized older shonen series. So yeah, I give it a B tier for now. All right, Juron, The Princess of Snow and Blood. So yeah, very good kind of action historical type of anime. We're kind of like set up in the industrial era Japan. We kind of got a cool woman assassins as our main characters. I give it a B tier though, just because the story was like all over the place, but very solid action series. All right, combatants will be dispatched. I'll give it a B tier. It's like basically Konosuba Light, where you kind of see like the inspiration it had. Instead of Kazuma, we have Agent Six, and then instead of Aqua, we have Snow. I didn't really finish it, but you kind of know what to expect for the show, so I'll probably kind of rewatch it again just because of the comedy. If you're into like parody isekai, and then you're just like bored and want some. All right, romance shows: Osamake and Hige Hero. Basically, the childhood friend won't lose, and the I shaved and pick up a high school girl. They're both C tier, mainly because I didn't really feel any connection at all. Like Hige Hero, I didn't like the high school girl. Like no character development. I have a space in my heart for like good romance shows, but these were not it. All right, unfortunately, I'll put My Hero season 5 as boring. Picture my disappointment when I saw all these fight scenes we had in our like combined school tournament where these heroes don't seem to be doing anything at all. But yeah, there's still a lot of promise to the series since this season 5 is going to be like 24 episodes. All right, so I'll have a probably good tier with Mars Red and Dynazenon. So yeah, that's the list of animes. Oh yeah, we got the best show. And yeah, that's definitely Odd Taxi by a mile. So if Odd Taxi didn't exist, it would definitely be Vivi Florid Eyes song, just because of how unique that anime was. But Odd Taxi, like you can't even touch it. It's so good. There are so many shows. A lot of them are very forgettable, but a lot of them are also like very unique and interesting. So yeah, that's it for the spring season.